I'm fond of The Fly, Cronenberg's take, though I can't help but feel it's a bit too easy. I don't know if it's the lack of subtlety, the distracting quality of watching Jeff Goldblum rather than a character named Seth Brundle transform into the Fly gradually, or the fact that it feels just a little straightforward or one note, though I know that it isn't, compared with the likes of Shivers, Rapid Brood, Scanners, Videodrome, or the later Dead Ringer's Naked Lunch Existence, Spider Cosmopolis. There's something about this film perturbs me in the creative department. I think so much of the appeal undeniably stems from the binary gross out components of the movie. The intellectual or more serious components of the screenplay feel quite secondary by comparison. People claim to appreciate those, but it's the gross out gore fare first and foremost. No one thinks, I hate the gore splatter VFX, but I love the intellectual subtext of it all. Now, one can appreciate both, but the visual nightmarishness on display is the primary hook. You aren't reading some cliff notes about what it's trying to say and enjoying those, you're watching this grisly movie. One can appreciate The Fly in both of these respects, although the notion that The Fly did so much greater than other more one-note or considered trash or splatter films for reasons outside of it being a better production, particularly where splatter and gory effects were concerned, that is just laughable. I would suggest even the likes of Scanners or Shivers displayed more intellectual distinction compared to other genre splatter works, whereas The Flies can feel more superficial compared to even those two aforementioned Cronenberg works. The Fly would be the exact same film without its efforts at, or others' attempts to assess as, espousing an intellectual thesis underneath its graphic shock sequences, whereas even Scanners focuses more on the character's existential alienation than many gory VFX shots. Shivers has so many specific decisions related to the existence and behaviors of its brain mutating parasite that it feels like a very undeniable statement. Perhaps, or certainly, a story like The Fly has such immediate existential implications that even without the thesis approved credit of Cronenberg as director, it would scream as intense intellectual subtext, no matter who was in charge of it, or a hypothetically exact end result, though it would still stand as meager compared with Cronenberg's better work, as it does when it is actually helmed by the genius Mr. Cronenberg. Hey, a straightforward splatter fare, Fly is a total masterwork, but as something which managed to fuse both gory gratification and an intellectual proposition via those abrasive means, The Fly isn't as impressive as other Cronenberg classics, or even works such as, say, Scott's Alien, Carpenter's The Thing, Tsukamoto's Tetsuo Iron Man, or even Yasna's Audacious Society. I see all this The Fly broing, and it's actually pretty smart and acclaimed too, bro, and it's like, yay, you just like the splatter, and that's fine, but embrace that it might not have to be evidence of you're being secretly a little bit sophisticated, and move on. Great movie, though, in its own manner.